In the world of travel, loyalty is more than points. It's connection, trust, and innovation. Each year, the Loyalty and Awards Conference brings together the visionaries shaping how the world moves. Here, ideas take flight, partnerships are born, and excellence is honored through the Golden Loyalty Awards. This isn't just a conference, it's where the future of loyalty strive. Welcome to Loyalty and Awards.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're here at Loyalty and Awards in Amsterdam. I'm here with the VP of Partnerships for Kolet, Will Ritchie. Will, you guys won an award last night, the Golden Loyalty Award, for one of the campaigns and one of the projects you worked on, right?
Yeah, we did, yeah. We won the Best Loyalty Partnership with Flying Blue, which was a partnership that we launched at the start of the year. And we've been working closely with France KLM for the last 9 months. And we were really proud internally of the partnership, and kind of I think both sides have been really excited by it, but to be recognized and I guess full of a room full of kind of loyalty leaders was really awesome. It came as a big surprise. But I think our message to the team and everyone's really excited by it. And so I mean, the company was only founded in 2024, right at the back end. So,
wow.
Yeah, winning this early and being able to prove kind of what we set out to do so quickly is, we're really proud of it.
That's big. Like, started it in 2024. You're already on the stage here, winning awards with. So, is it disruption that's causing that? Or are you doing some things different? What was the program that really set that victory to make it happen?
Yeah, well, maybe it's worth just kind of winding back a little bit on just like the problem that we're solving, which for travel companies is that 70% of travelers still when they go abroad are disconnected to the internet day to day. So they go Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, they check in on their Wi-Fi in the morning and then they go out for the day and then they come back. And it means like, one, it's quite a bad experience a lot of the time. Like, how do you Google Maps anything? How do you book your Uber? You have to go and find Wi-Fi. But for travel companies, it means like if you're a national carrier or an airline, you're on the homepage of most people's phones as an app that they use day in, day out, and they have this amazing communication with customers and trust until the point that they take off, and then they don't communicate with them again.
Yeah, it's like you're just lost in the wind.
It's lost, and we don't know where you are.
Good luck in whatever country or city you're in.
Exactly, or customer service. Like your flight is delayed. The number of people when we speak to airlines that they're like, it's like we try and tell people that their flight's cancelled or delayed, and they just turn up to the airport and bang their fist on the desk.
Yeah,
you didn't tell me, and we're like, well, we tried to. Or like checking in online, all these kind of processes. And so we exist to solve that problem for travel companies, and we leverage eSIM technology to do that. So eSIMs are basically a virtual SIM card. There's like 1.9 billion eSIM compatible devices worldwide now, 2 billion international travelers every year, but still there are only 40 million eSIM users worldwide.
Okay, let me restate those numbers for a minute. So there's 1.9 billion eSIM-enabled devices.
Compatible devices, and the new iPhone is eSIM only.
2 billion
international travelers
and only 40 million
travel eSIM users. Yeah, so
wow.
Penetration is like 0.5%. And the problem is that most people are scared of telcos. They've had so many bad experiences in the past. It's the lowest NPS industry of all industries, actually, telecoms. Right. And two, installing an eSIM is still quite technically complicated. And so the company was founded in 2024 with basically to try and connect as many people to the internet as possible. It seems like quite a grandiose vision, but really the concept behind it is like, how do we just make it as simple and easy as possible? And so we've pioneered this like freemium model, kind of following on from the likes of Spotify, etc., where we basically give all of our partners, passengers, 2 days of free data.
Okay.
To try out the product, but also to connect them to the internet when they land in their destination.
Right.
So 10% of people on average take on the free trial, and then somewhere between 40 and 70% of those use the free trial and then go on to top up. And then when they top up, we share the profits with our partners.
It's awesome because you have a great lead gen, you have a consumer that that has the problem, you've offered the solution, you have a way to communicate it with them, I'm sure in-app from a standpoint of your partners with the airline partners you have. and then you're able to then drop it in and ultimately change their travel experience.
Yeah, and the reason we won the award yesterday was that we were working with Air France at the end of last year, and it was actually their idea, and they said, look, we would love our passengers to be able to earn loyalty points, Flying Blue points, when they top up. We said, good idea. And actually, we'd also like them to be able to spend loyalty points when they top up as well. So we said, yeah, good idea. So what we've done is, we're the only company to do this, eSIM company to do this, is we natively integrate the loyalty program into our app. So when a customer comes from Air France, if it's an API integration, they already have their Flying Blue account pre-registered, or they can register in the app. And then every time they top up, they earn miles. And then they can also spend their miles inside the app. So if they top up and they go abroad, they have a slider where they can choose pay only in miles, only in point, only in cash, or a mixture of the two. And we've seen that in the last 9 months, we've become the #1 non-flight redemption partner for Flying Blue miles.
Wow.
Which is actually huge. And yeah, I mean, there's some amazing stats around it. As we see 18% of all top-ups, Flying Blue top-ups, are done using, Air France users are done using Flying Blue miles, and 20% of users earn. And we see that 35% of Flying Blue members, we see an increase of 35% in repeat purchases from Flying Blue members.
So from a standpoint of the ability to, wow, it's amazing, because you're allowing not only are you allowing the consumer to activate miles that maybe they would not have used, or they waited to use for something they may have collected them for travel. Now you're giving them the opportunity to change their travel that day and make their experience better by simply applying miles to a solution that they're going to need.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's like it's a high value product that they can get, that they get instant gratification from, with a very small amount of miles. You know, this is not miles that most passengers don't, most loyalty members don't have enough miles to be able to buy a flight. That's the reality of it. They sit dying in their account, and then at the end of the day, the airline kind of cashes in on the loyalty, and they expire at the end of the year. Whereas what we've been able to do is we've been able to allow these people like basically micro-transactions where they can go down to the individual point level, and use their points balance, which I guess counterintuitively actually drives higher engagement and higher retention, because people feel like they're getting value out of the loyalty program.
Yeah, they feel the connection to the brand, and the idea that the brand's thinking of them, and that the loyalty program's thinking of, or the airlines thinking about their process and their transaction. It actually probably builds that trust relationship with them, because and I like what you said before, that they're not having to leave necessarily. They're coming to you already preloaded, the information's there, it's ready to go. You recognize them and you give them the opportunity and say, oh, by the way, just pay with your points.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I said before, disruption is likely why people win these awards, this is pretty disruptive in this space.
Yeah, I mean, I'm new to the industry, so I can't really give you like a relative interpretation of whether it's disruptive or not. I think it's just two companies who are actually just like listening to what their customers want, which you can say disruptive, but it's actually, this is what tech companies are for.
So are you saying you're listening to customer demand?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily disruptive. I think that's just like, that's run of the mill. That's what you should be doing as a tech company, is like you should just be listening to what users want and building products and services that help people. And that's literally the reason tech companies exist, in my opinion.
You mean you shouldn't design things with an audience that you're not familiar with an intent? Because
you're taking the piss out of me.
Because it's a really cool build. Yeah. Right. I think it's funny because a lot of our world at Bluewater, we do a lot of direct to consumer, a lot of direct selling, and I think people forget that you are literally in the base understanding of everything. It's problem and solution is what you're really facing. What is the problem, and is my solution going to give the capability there to be able to provide it? Yes, there's aspirational sales. Travel is sometimes an aspirational sale, but what you hooked on was the core problem. What is the problem facing these travelers? And here's a valid solution. And then you remove the friction. Yeah. And I think that's what most people miss in marketing, and most people miss in product development, because they sit in a world where they're thinking, well, I have this great big idea. Yeah. Let me do this great big idea. And they forget, are they giving the consumer something that really matters and is going to immediately affect their life? So bravo on coming down that path. How the idea, culminate, and how the relationship and the partnership culminate with Air France?
Well, it's Air France and KLM.
And KLM,
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, they've been really great the whole way through. I think as a brand, they're probably a leading light in customer focus, customer centricity. Their digital experience is awesome anyway. So it's been really cool working with them, where they're just constantly bringing ideas and asking whether it's possible, which has been great. I mean, we also, like to think we bring some ideas to the table as well, and we're constantly innovating. So we have some really, really interesting integrations in the partnership where we make it as seamless as possible for the passenger, basically in the Manage My Booking screen or lots of other app screens. They literally click the link and then we deep link the code into, so when they click out, they open their Kolet app and their 2 days, 1 gigabyte of data is literally free, sat there in the app already for them with their destination, and they know where they're going. So we're always kind of innovating step by step on how we can just make that
less clicks,
frictionless, as simple as possible, and get to that wow moment as quickly as possible. Still loads to come. It's 9 months into the partnership. I think we've been slowly rolling out across different routes, but yeah, we're super excited, and also super excited with a number of the other airlines that we're working with, such as Singapore Airlines, Vietnam Airlines, Philippine Airlines, some really awesome national carriers that we're proud to be working with.
Yeah, I figured after this you're going to get a lot more calls.
Yeah,
here's the good news: you have an eSIM no matter where you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've had a few meetings put in the diary this morning, which has been quite nice. Yeah, so thanks for the airtime. I appreciate it. I'm here. Will Ritchie.
It's definitely going to open up. Here's the thing: if you build it right, and you do something that actually does what it promises, it's easy to expand it and sell it. I think that from a standpoint, if I'm thinking if I put my marketing hat on for a minute, and I think what you're really offering is freedom. You're offering freedom to travel, freedom to roam, freedom to go anywhere.
I like it.
And
that's the billboard.
There it is.
You got it. This is your job.
That is literally my job. What I do.
You're good at it. Yeah.
And I think that if you integrate, if you guys go down the path and you start integrating the stories of what, and ultimately if you get the loyalty programs to join in that storytelling, right? And if you can tell the story of what you can do now and what your product offers, and what that integration offers for them, it is. I know I was in Bangkok, I'm I got to figure out how I'm going to connect and what are the pieces and parts, right?
Well, I mean, we actually do that. So if you scroll down halfway through our website, we have a long reel of user stories of people who have traveled using Kolet and kind of experienced all the unique features that we have. And so yeah, I mean, you're bang on the money. You just got to turn these kind of the numbers into real human stories that people connect to. And so yeah, I mean, we've got an amazing CMO and marketing team at Kolet.
So let me ask you this: when you're now I'm imagining the next journey of this, that now that you have them using the eSIM, they're in a city, that you would probably get down to even city partners that you're going into that say, well, you need a car here, you need if they're in the environment already, or experiences to go on those journeys. Is that in the future thinking, or is it leave that?
No, look, we're going to stay away from that. That's not where we want to go to. That's where our partners want to go to, right? And so, I mean, the vision for a number of airlines and a number of very well-known accommodation players is that they want to be selling experiences on the move. And how do you get you're out and about in New York and you're going back to your Airbnb and you want the chef to arrive when you get back, or you want your deliveries done. How do you do that if you're not connected to the internet?
You don't.
You don't. And so we don't want to get into that game at all. We want to focus on being the connectivity provider, the glue that makes this happen. And with Air France, I know that they're exploring how they can give their kind of highest tier loyalty members different access to different events and places to eat, etc. in their destinations. Well, with Kolet, we connect a lot of people to the internet, and it means that they can push these services and ancillary opportunities. We call it the post-flight ancillary, and there's an enormous opportunity for that. And we're just at the start.
Yeah, we see a lot in if we jump over to consumer products world, we measure by attachment rate. So post-purchase and ancillary drives that, and a lot of content on the back end will drive that engagement.
Exactly.
But those attachment rates, if you can get them to join and go add other services or add other experiences, probably the experiences side of it, from what you're saying, leave that to the loyalty programs and the airlines and that's in that situation where it's the member base. But probably on the other end of it, it's making sure your services are strong, reliable, and that you aren't an issue ever for the client.
No,
base.
so one of the things that we're working on at the moment, actually, down the telco. So actually, Kolet is an anagram for telco.
Okay.
So if you flip it on its head, and I'm sure you can do some nice marketing, it's an anagram for telco. We want to build a modern telco, and so actually where we're going is much further, much deeper into becoming your number 2 telco. We've started building some unique features actually at Kolet already. One that we started with, which was normally with an eSIM, you have to install an eSIM for each market. So get an eSIM for Thailand, you use your data, you leave Thailand, if there's any data left over, you lose it, you delete the eSIM, you install another one. Well, the installation process is very hard, so what we've built one eSIM that works in 189 countries worldwide. You never need to delete it. It just stays on your phone. You can turn it on, you can pause your data, you can go to a new country, turn it off, turn it back on. And so we've been able to add that feature, which is really cool. We have another one where you can send data and eSIM to family members. We see parents love that. Mum buys 20 gigs and then gives each one of the kids 5 gigs for the week holiday, saves them enormous amounts on roaming. But where we're going next, actually, and a lot of this is customer centricity, but also thinking about what our partners want. We're releasing voice over IP, so you can find the restaurant on Google Maps, and then you can call them and make the reservation. So you can call anywhere in the world at local rates. And for our airline partners, we're going to whitelist the phone number of their customer service line. So if there's a passenger stuck anywhere in the world, they can always call their customer service line at any time, anywhere in the world. And we're also going to do the same with the app. It's called whitelisting, where we whitelist their app, which means that Air France customers can open Air France app, online check-in, upgrade, any of these other features anywhere in the world for free.
It's great.
And because we profit share with our partners, we share the cost of that. If this is something that they're very passionate about, we'll share the cost of hosting that. And so that's where we want to go, much further and deeper into becoming this kind of number 2 telco, your travel telco. Rather than looking at how we can kind of sell ancillaries. That's not a strategy for us.
The voice over IP space, we did a good bit of marketing on that side. We launched a product years ago called Magic Jack in the US, which is going back 15, 20 years.
Great name.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. So it plugged right in the side of your computer and gave you voice over IP, right on your computer, and it literally, it blew up. It revolutionized in the U.S. Now, mind you, cell phones eventually killed that situation because you had the mobility of it. But at the time, shifting from long distance carriers, shifting from payment, being able to communicate whenever you wanted, and then ultimately video conferencing kind of led down that path. So yeah, I think you're on the right path of that side of it, and getting the capability to not only find the information you need, connect with your carriers, connect with your hotel, connect with all the pieces and parts so your travel experience can be seamless, but then ultimately also be able to communicate, call, and go through all that path without extra fees or without restrictive fees. Let's put it like that.
The price difference is enormous. You're looking at $12 for 5 gigs, which if that roaming charge for your telco, you're looking at $60-$70.
Yeah.
So it's a fraction of the cost.
Well, it sounds like you guys are revolutionizing the world.
Revolutionizing the world.
That's it. You're free. You're creating the freedom to speak, the freedom to go, the freedom to do anything you want, with all your favorite airlines, with all your favorite hotels, and to travel with the confidence of knowing you're always connected.
Yeah, well, exactly. Being able to get in touch with family and friends and get to your Uber. How many times have you arrived at the airport and go, oh crap, how am I going to get my Uber? Or how do I check into my Airbnb? So they're the kind of problems that we're really interested in solving.
Thanks for spending time with us, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, and those of you guys that are out there watching us in whatever format or where you're watching us, whether you're on an eSIM somewhere in Bangladesh or across the U.S. or Canada, wherever, we're at Loyalty and Awards in Amsterdam. We'll appreciate your time, and congratulations again on the great progress you guys are making and the great partnerships you're building. Just
one final one on that is it's Kolet, so you can go and check us out online. We've actually just released a white paper with a number of really interesting thought leaders in the space, including Ravindra, Air France, Airbnb, Virgin, all kind of have inputted into a white paper around how we see connectivity as a key driver for loyalty moving forwards. And so, yeah, you can check that out online and just download a copy of it.
And is
Love to hear what you think.
Is it kolet.com?
Yes.
To find that? Perfect.
.com.
Huh?
No, it's just in French.
Say it again?
.com.
.com in French. Who knew?
Who knew? There
I guess I need to spend more time in France.
Yeah, you do.
That's good. All right, thanks again.
Cool,
Will.
cheers. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, really
Indeed.
enjoyed it. Thanks. Cheers.
Good.